Okay, so the first and most basic command that must be in place to do any kind of obedience training before you begin anything is the sit and stay. Okay, this is very, very important. Along with sit and stay, we need recall. And to do this very simply, and again, I'm ahead of the game. I've been working with Charlie and Olive. I get to work with them daily. Okay, so I'm trying to get them to misbehave. All right, say Charlie doesn't want to, say he doesn't want to, if I say the word, he's going to do it. Say he doesn't want to sit. Okay. And I'm trying to teach him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage his nose, right? And I'm going to guide him to that position. Sit. Not going to reward him for taking that treat, trying to jump after the treat. He's got to have all four paws on the ground. And he's got it. Stay. Oh, good boy, good boy. I know. Okay, so Charlie and Olive, they get their treats in the air, so that's why he's not used to taking it out of my hand. But that's how you would give the treat. He's a little aggressive on that, even though he's not trying to harm me. Okay, so when you get them in the sit command, right? I use a visual along with the verbal sit. Okay, and then the duration of the stay, sit, stay. The duration of the stay, at first you may only get a second or two, but you have to be the one who decides how long the stay lasts. Okay, up. First you begin with a couple of seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, and then you extend it out, right? Maybe 5 seconds, 7 seconds, and eventually you'll get to the point to where either they'll always sit and stay, or you'll just have to make a little adjustment like I'm doing with Charlie. Sit, stay. Okay, and so he was the one who wasn't following the sit stay. Olive has been perfect. Oops. Charlie, sit, stay. 2, 3, 4. Good boy. Okay. So eventually what you'll get is you'll have that dog that will sit and stay as long as you need him to, as long as you want him to. Right? Eventually, if I really want to with Olive and Charlie, and I pretty much kind of just make them stay as long as I'd like until I give them a command to break. Okay, so the break command is the next part. Yep. Okay, see, give them good girl, good boy, good girl, good boy. Okay, and that's a reward. Good girl, good girl, good boy, good girl, good boy. The love and the affection and the praise, right? They love that. They respond to that. It's just as effective as a treat. Maybe not quite as motivating, but it's very effective. And I like to combine all three: the treats, the praise, and the affection. They really respond positively to it. So the next part, once you've established the sit stay and you're able to extend it to a significant amount of time, say 30 seconds or more, then you can work on the the recall. Excuse me. So once you have the sit and stay and they're sitting, and then you got them down to the break command where you give them an okay or a release or whatever word you feel comfortable using. It's up to you. Once you give them that break command, then they're just free to, right, do whatever you want. But then you also need to be able to have them come to you, and you also need to be able to get them to sit and stay again, right? Say there was something going on at the end of the driveway that could be harmful to them, and I don't want them, running after it or chasing after it. Okay, and then this thing's going on down there, and now it's gone. Okay. See, it's really simple. Anybody can do this. This is, I'm showing you how to do it. So with the recall, I give the break, and I give again a verbal and a visual command. And then at the same time, if you want your dog to come to you, going toward your dog, I'm sorry, I'm laughing at them. Going. Okay. Charlie. These two, they get it. They get into it. They get in all kinds of fun. I love it. I totally lost track. Okay, so we were in the sit and stay and the recall. Okay, so the recall is going to be a combination of the brake command, a visual, and instead of me going toward them, right? If I want them to come, if I'm yelling at Charlie and I want him to come to me and I'm going after him, Charlie, 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 he's not going to respond to that. No, he knows his name, but he's not going to respond to that if you're trying to get him to come to you. The best way to get a dog to come to you, to recall, is to move backward. Okay? Watch. It's their natural instinct. Good. To follow me if I'm moving backward. All right. All right. And again, part of the leash foundation training is having them in the proper place when we're walking, so they're accustomed to being alongside me or behind me. And again, they're not, it's not perfect. I let them get out ahead. I let them wander. Of course, we're out here. This is all their land. They can do whatever they want. But if we were out there, out in public, out in the street, or whatever the case may be, I know that they're going to obey me, and I'm going to be able to walk them properly, and we're all going to be safe. So, I'll do an example of it all coming together. Okay. I'm gonna get a little bit far away from the camera, so I'll just demonstrate. Okay. Sit. Sit. Okay. Sit. Stick. Charlie. Olive. Okay. Good boy, good girl. Good boy, good girl. Hey, see? And again, I know, I'm ahead of the game because I've already trained them, but that's how you would do it from the very beginning, and repetition and consistency, right? So it's not just gonna cement the first time you do it. You gotta be consistent. Be consistent with the threshold manners. Be consistent with the sit and stay. And then when you get into the leash training, I'll explain more about that in my next video. But once you get those first two things in place, the leash training becomes much easier. And I'll explain why in that video.